Hi guys, thanks for visiting my channel Free Your Finance. My name's Gary and I'm documenting my journey towards financial independence. I talk about investing, property and savings, so if this sounds like something you may be interested in watching a little more about, please hit the subscribe button below. So it's been just over a month now since I shared my first ever individual stock buy-in video here on my channel.
I am going to be investing £1,200 in companies that I know absolutely nothing about.
I explained how most of my investing is done via index funds, and I'm not a huge fan of individual stocks purely because I don't know enough about them. However, I wanted to do an experiment using a formula that has been created by an author called Joel Greenblatt, who is also a hedge fund manager. I'm going to be putting a link in the top corner of this video if you didn't see the first video. That's going to lay out what the rules were, what I'm actually going to be doing, and how I'm going to be testing the performance. To give you a brief recap, basically I'm putting £100 of my own money into stocks that I don't know anything about that this formula provides me with. Last month I bought two stocks. I bought Biogen and I bought Catalyst Pharmaceuticals. Later in this video I'm going to be telling you how they've performed in this first month. But first of all, we need to buy this month's two new stocks. Let's go and see which stocks I'm going to buy this month. So as you can see, I've already set my minimum market cap as 300 million, and these are the stocks that it's provided me with this month that it believes are value stocks. I'm going to pick out two stocks randomly from this list to invest £50 in each stock. So this month I'm going to be buying two entertainment stocks. There's no reason behind this decision. There's no amount of research has gone into it. I just would like to say that I'm involved in television. How cool does that sound? So I'm going to be buying £50 worth of Discovery and £50 worth of Fox Corp. So I'm going to head over onto my phone and purchase £50 each of these two stocks. So the first stock that I said was Discovery, which is D-I-S-C-A. There they are, Discovery. So I am going to buy £50 worth of value of them, which is going to give me roughly 2.855 shares. Let's hit review order. £50, Discovery, send buy order. Order executed. So that's my first one purchased. And then the second one I was going to purchase was the Fox Corp, which is F-O-X-A. There they are, Fox Corp. So I'm going to buy number of shares. Can we change that to value? No, it doesn't look like we can. Okay, so cancel that. I'm not going to buy Fox as I can't buy a value. I can only buy two shares, and I'd rather keep my amounts going into this test and formula as the exact amounts of £50. So let's go back to the list, and I am going to pick HP. I've heard of them before. I think I've had HP Computer before, so that's a good sign. So let's give them a search. HPQ. There we go. Can we buy in values of these guys? Value. Great. So we're going to buy £50, which gives me 3.377 shares, and we're going to hit review order. That all looks correct to me. Send buy order. Pending orders are there. Order executed. So I've now got £50 in HP. So for any of you that watched last month's video, you'll know that I made an easy to use spreadsheet just to keep track of which stocks I bought at what price and when they needed to be sold, most importantly. I did notice I'd made a little mistake. I'd put this amount invested as an exact number that I'd read wrong out of Trading 212. It's just where I'm quite new to Trading 212. I didn't read it correctly, but it was exactly £50 that went into each order. So I've added this month's two new purchases and the date that they need to be sold, and I will be very interested in seeing how they perform. So they are my two purchases for this month. I'm not sure how they're going to do. What I am going to do now is tell you how last month's two stocks are performing. So back over to my Trading 212 portfolio. The first stock I purchased last month was Biogen, and they have performed not that great, to be honest with you. As you can see, my investment is down by £3.08. Overall, that's down 6.14% right now as of recording. I did do a little bit of research. You can see I made some notes. It turns out that Biogen stock had rallied last month by over 11% after the FDA accepted their application for an experimental Alzheimer's drug. The problem being is since then it seems to have dropped back off to its sort of level trading price, I suppose. So it's basically bad timing, and that's the rubbish thing of this experiment. You know, it is random. There's no fact, there's no research going into it. It's simply trying to see if this
formula works for you and do the testing. So now on to the second stock that I purchased last month. It was Catalyst Pharmaceuticals. Let's flick over to my phone and see how those guys have been performing. Absolutely awfully. So you will see that my investment has lost £17.90. It's 35.8% down currently, which is absolutely awful. I did, again, a little bit of research and tried to find out why it's had such a drop. And the information I found was their efforts to expand the label of its only approved drug, Firdapse, I believe it's pronounced, has failed for the second time in less than a year. So obviously the bad news has had a really bad effect on the company's stock price, so that investment is doing rubbish. Anyway, so far, first month into doing the magic formula investing experiment, it's doing absolutely rubbish. I'm feeling even less hopeful than I was when I recorded my first video. I said then that I thought it was going to fail, and I think this is proving me correct, unfortunately. Unless this formula starts really blowing out of the park, I will certainly still be putting most of my money in index funds and property, but hopefully the formula is going to start getting its act together and performing and giving me some good results. Let's see how this month's 2 purchases go, along with how the previous month's stocks were going. So watch out for the update in 1 month's time. So it was a really short but sweet video today. As I promised, I've spent another £100 of my own money buying 2 random stocks that I have no clue about. If you would like to get updated with how the stocks are performing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. And apart from that, I will see you very soon. Take care, guys.